best that you can. For winning and losing and saying, good on ya! It's all in the game. All in the game. It's all in the game. All in the game. It's all in the name of football. Centrals. North. Port. South. Sturt.
Good evening and welcome to 7 Sports' big 2-hour big replay tonight. And the bad news to start off with, we'll get that out of the way first of all, is that Western Australia defeated South Australia by 89 points. They scored 21 goals, 18 to South Australia, 8 goals, 5. That's 144 to 53. So the score is even at the end of 1982 between the two states that are considered second to Victoria, Western Australia and South Australia. Well, locally today we had a crowd of 22,341 all up to see the 4 games. The game at the Thebarton Oval, a pretty good crowd of 6,422. They saw Norwood win, but not by a lot. 18 goals, 10 to West Torrens, 15 goals, 13 after a good finish by Torrens. At Woodville, a very poor crowd of 2,018 people saw Glenelg win 16-13, 109 to Woodville, 9 goals, 12, 66. Not a bad crowd at Football Park. The upset of the round and one of the upsets of the season, Port Adelaide being well beaten by North Adelaide. North Adelaide 25 goals, 14, 164 to Port Adelaide 12 goals, 13, 85. The first of the replay matches tonight is from the Unley Oval between Sturt and Central District. There's a crowd of 6,218 people in attendance. We had a number of changes before the game. Jack Odie made another number of positional changes. Gary Ford and Ray Wilson came out of the 22. They played in the reserves. Now, Zubrnik played on a half-back flank, Radbone in the centre, Howard back pocket, Motley started at centre-half forward, Pake on a half-back flank, and Brand and Parker were on the interchange for Sturt. So as you can see, a number of changes to the Sturt side, not only in people playing, but also in positional changes. To Central District, they had 3 changes from the side that was beaten last week against Norwood. Out of the side, Platten, of course in Perth, Hart injured, and a Pryor also out of the side. And coming into the lineup, Edwards, Robertson and Rusciak. And sitting on the interchange bench today, Dean Mobbs, their captain, along with Jeff Robertson. As I said, just over 6,000 people in attendance today for this game, a very important one. And Sturt had a particularly good start after Rick Davies won the toss. They had a brilliant first quarter. They led 9 goals, 5 to 2 goals, 2 a quarter time. They led 15-6 to 8-9 at half time. Central would come back just at the end of the second quarter. And after a very good third quarter by Central District, Sturt were leading 18-11 to 14-17 at three-quarter time. That's where we pick up the game. We're showing you the last term, and with me in the commentary position is Robert Odie.
Start of the last quarter, Central District within 3 goals after a great comeback. 18-11 to 14-17. Tap by Spill. Graham. Central kicking to what was the scoring end in the first half, but the wind has definitely died. Philip Graham almost juggled a good one. Radbone against him. Radbone might be playing on a half-forward flank. Hollis short, looking towards Craig. Smith trapped it well. Bone rode him into the ground. Derrington as far as Craig. Craig weaved out of it beautifully. Got it to Radbone. That was magnificent by Craig. Radbone to Pfeiffer. The little bloke should kick it. He does. And the Rubber Blues get a goal. 19-11 to 14-17. And Pfeiffer, who hasn't had many touches, has kicked his first.
Yeah, Sturt fortunate in some respects because Craig was in all sorts of trouble at centre-half forward when being tackled in some sort of a panic straight, and then he turned and sent out a long handball to Radbone, and Radbone's handball, which looked like being too strong to Pfeiffer, lobbed right on his tummy, and Pfeiffer able to just walk in for the simplest of goals.
Change here. I think Craig's in the centre. Michael Graham having a run and Heinrich on a wing as he has been all day, but Radbone's gone to half forward. That was well done by Craig. Cousins won the tap, but Spill nullified it. Craig put his body there. Van Dommel, handball, not all that good.
Good bit of work there by Hollis at centre forward on the chase. Pate gets a touch. He's fallen out of the game a bit, but here he comes now. He loves running with the ball. The rebound that counts against him as he goes to full forward to the big fella. And he's up there, Kazali, no mark. Not paid. I think he thought he marked it. So did everybody else on the ground as Bone clears for Central Districts. Clears it towards Cousins. He makes an error. Another error. Blocked it, but this time he gets a third chance. Finds Norsworthy. He finds the ground. Gillies has to run backwards. He's fallen. Tackled. Long handball to Spiel. The Samara's coming back again. Motley. Bything smacks him in the head. In what is a deliberate punch. There was no effort to tackle or bump. Bything very lucky not to be reported as Motley takes a free kick from the centre of the ground. Long kick into the full forward area to Davies, flying high, spoiled away by Bything. Well done. Hollis onto the left foot, kicks for the goal and threads it onto the post.
Beautiful kick, Hollis. How unlucky was he? He's kicked 2 goals, 1 so far today. Davies, a bit sore, full forward. I think he hurt himself, not the last time he went for the mark, but the time before. Hollis hitting the post. What would have been a superb goal. Kicking by Basanko high. Cousins and Spiel. Cousins a front spot, Spiel, but Van Dommel read it well.
Message going out to Bything. I think he might be just having a quiet word from Darrell to keep himself under control. Norsworthy tackled by Derrington. Played on. Mobbs. Cousins. Long handball by Cousins. Finds Krieg. He sends out a long one to Gillies. Gillies coming around the centre half forward. He's got the chance to convert, and he does. Will it be a goal? No, it's offline. One behind to Central Districts. 11-14-18. Sturt 19-12.
2-2 to Gillies. Sims to bring it back in. Drop punt to the outer side. Craig there with Krieg and also Robertson. Spiel interfered with Craig. Then Cousins took it. Left foot. Not a good kick, Cousins. That was loose. It just bounced inside, though, and it'll be a ball in.
Craigie not too impressed with Frank.
No lack of understanding, which is unusual in Sturt. They've got such a wonderful team game.
He's hurt Craig, though. Spill's hurt Craig.
Sims and Wright. I want to lift out a Wright. He didn't do a lot in that third quarter when they were running. Derrington. Wright got it back. Quick kick. Here's a chase for Wiseman, Edwards and Zubranic. The ball bounced beautifully for Wiseman, but he went without it. He played it in front of himself. Edwards' tackle was very good. Wilson's there. Rusciak. 2 tackles on Rusciak. 1 by Parker, 1 by Zubranic. Ball up. Neil Craig, a little ginger. A little gingerly.
Yes,
I think that's the word. After that,
Frank Spiel collided with him very strongly from the back.
Ball up on the half-forward flank. Right. Sims did it well. Sims 2 to Derrington, to Wiseman. Drop punt into the centre. Michael Graham.
Beautiful kick.
Gillies did well, though, to compete so strongly and take the mark. It was a great effort by Gillies. I think that surprised a few, but he did very well.
Michael Graham's hands. A good, strong take. He kicks it forward to Robertson. Robertson, Reid on the mark. Robertson 60 metres from goal.
He's a strong kick. He kicked 2 in the third quarter. He's going short to Wright. Wiseman against him. Wright takes the mark.
Geez, a good mark, isn't he? He's tall.
Michael Wright not happy after that particular exchange between he and Wiseman. There was nothing in it, though. Wright so far today has kicked 2 goals.
Van Dommel standing in the middle of the ground calling for the ball, and he's got no right to, just taking Michael Wright's concentration. Didn't affect him too much. He just dropped it right through. Well done, Michael Wright. That's a magnificent goal, Bruce. Player in the centre taking his concentration on the kick when he was in no better position. And Michael Wright kicks Central's 15th goal. They're 15-18, trailing Sturt 19 goals 12.
Third goal to Michael Wright, and it's his 50th for the season. It's a first-class effort. Played most of it at centre half forward, some of it at full forward, so he joins the 50-goal club.
Yes, he's a wonderful mark and kick player. His recovery perhaps leaves a little bit to be desired, but his ability to mark the ball, particularly in this dry weather, and to kick the ball straight and over quite long distances, gives Central something to aim at, and he's a very, very dangerous player in their forward line.
3 goals a difference, 19-12 to 15-18. Spiel and Cousins. They've rucked the whole of the second half against one another. Spiel rucked all day. Van Dommel, Miss Rusciak. Graham's in there for Sturt. Philip Heinrich. Good tackle by Van Dommel. Derrington, Van Dommel, Gillies, ball up. And Rusciak as well. Central District fighting hard. It'll be Spiel. Cousins hung up there for ages. Free kick against him, though.
No, you get the free kick. He put his foot in Spiel's stomach, and Spiel grabbed his leg.
Cousins short. Gillies from centre half forward. Drop punt, missed it. Behind, so Gillies has missed 2 in the last 2 minutes. Gillies today has kicked 2-3. Central District 15-19 to 19-12.
Frank Spiel losing a bit of his cool. He's upset Neil Craig. Ran into his back. Now he's given a free kick away. Big fellows fly, off hands to Mobbs, Mobbs to Robertson, not to Robertson, he's missed him, Rusciak, Mobbs running on, he'll get the distance. The accuracy is not good, just offline, through from behind. Central's now 15 goals, 20, Sturt 19-12. Central's doing all the attacking, playing very well. Sturt can't get that ball running through the centre line at the moment.
Sims to bring it back for the 20th time today. Straight down the ground towards Spill. Cousins from the back. Gillies having a lot of touches. Cousins is also to Krieg. High kick by Krieg. Edwards and Sims. Sims, great mark. Play on. This will be a goal. Norsworthy, will it go? No. Yes, no. Wilson, not 10 metres though. Right. Snaps high. Just like Norsworthy behind. I was trying to blow Norsworthy through. I couldn't quite get there. Do you think Sims marked it?
I thought he swallowed it.
3-1 to right, 15-21 to 19-12. Norsworthy looked sure to kick a goal there. Just kicked it straight up in the air.
Central's had an opportunity. Well, that's the chance they had. I think the umpire might have made a miscalculation. Sims out to half-forward. From the back, Tim Pate. Been a bit spasmodic today. Magnificent first quarter, but fell out of it in the second too. It's a long kick by Pate to centre wing. Hollis from the front. Spoiled on by Central District. Gillies recovering quickly into defence. He's tackled. Throws the ball. Ball left his hand before he hit it. Thomas. Cross to Philip Graham. Graham going backwards. Central's moving it into the Sturt attacking zone as Bytheen steadies for them and gives it to Mobbs, who's worked very hard since he's played. Trigg tries for a tricky handball. Tricked his teammate, in fact. Michael Graham tries to knock it on. Too high on Jim Derrington. Central's players running in. Umpire very late with the whistle. Thought the free was the first time. The second one, very lucky to get it, Jimmy Derrington. Derrington from the centre. Over half forward towards Davies and Bytheen. Davies lays it off. Over the neck to Motley. Graham recovers. Well done, Philip Graham to Mock. Played a wonderful game since coming onto the ground. 70 metres to half forward. Parker from behind. Spoils it forward. Craig getting hold. He can't get it to stick through at all. Recovers. Pate. Spiel. Trouble. Well done, Spiel. If he'd have given it when he was going to, it would have been intercepted. Michael Graham can't get near the ball at the moment. Central's moving away to Norsworthy from 3. Gillies. Trigg running up with the ball. Craig after him. Craig feeling the pinch at this stage, I'd say. Hasn't played for so many weeks. Ball to the full forward zone. Zubranic there again. What a game he's played, the little fella, on Wilbur Wilson this afternoon. It's out of bounds in the back pocket for Sturt. Forward pocket for Central. About 30 metres from their goal.
Paul Bagshall coming out to have a word to Andrew Zilm, who's standing Stephen Trigg. Right. Sims laid it off to Parker, to Derrington. Sturt steady at the moment in the crisis. Bytheen and Motley. Cousins. Very good job. Holding the ball back. Cousins and Sherman will be a ball.
I think umpire Kinnear was unsighted. There's no doubt that was holding the ball, but I think he was unsighted on the decision. Sturt certainly need a free kick across that centre line to get themselves into attack, but they're not going to do it the way they're playing.
15 points of difference. Cousins playing a big game. Zubranic takes them up. I said in the third quarter he's the best player on the ground by a long way. And
he's the best by 2 ways, I think.
He is. He's killed them today.
Beautiful game. Controlled all day. Kept a cool head. To half forward. Bubner over the back. Central have made a mistake. They had 4 up. Rusciak's got to save the day, and he has. Well done, Lindsay Rusciak. 4 Sturt players. 4 on the ground. 4 Central players in the air. And Lindsay Rusciak recovered the ball for Central Districts. Excellent bit of scouting. He's played on. Bubner, tackled by Hollis. Spill, dummies, Motley, gets a kick away. It's a very important kick for Sturt. Pfeiffer, given the run of the ball by Smith. He's tackled though. Bytheen recovers. Rebounds to the centre wing. Michael Graham with an opportunity. Ball runs out of bounds nearly. Gives the handball to Derrington. Been very quiet. Derrington long into Davies. Davies spoilt by Basenko. Smith half volleys. Bounce.
Since three-quarter time, Sturt have kicked 1-1. Central 1-4. Important period coming up this next 5 minutes. Davies with a tap out. Bubner. Central have made a couple of errors in the last minute or two. Trigg takes the mark. Always willing to play on Central District to Van Dommel. Drop punt. Out of bounds on the full. Another error. It's creeping into their game.
That's the one they can't afford. He had a free leg. Going for that short kick again, Bruce. A bit tired. He'd have been better off to let the leg flow through the ball.
Target with a drop punt toward the centre wing. Bytheen sets himself. Cousins takes a strong mark. Not played. Thought he held that.
Bruce, that I think is quite disgusting. He must feel ashamed, that young man. It's a magnificent mark. That's twice the umpires have made indecision in this last quarter on the mark.
Cousins and Spill. Cousins took off early, almost to Krieg. Craig did well. He's standing right alongside Krieg and again a ball up.
If the player's in front, Bruce, and he stops the ball dead, his hands must stop it first.
Goals have been easy to get all day, and all of a sudden they've become hard. Spill, Cousins took off early. Norsworthy to Bytheen. Bytheen with a quick kick. Rushek using the body right, a strong mark. He'll play it on quickly to Trigg. They run themselves into trouble though. Rushek under trouble. Pfeiffer with a quick kick. Mark there by Krieg. Krieg in the centre. Drop punt. Mobbs takes the mark against Pate. Mobbs at centre half forward. Long way out, about 50 metres, but he is a prolific kick.
He's a bit tired now though, Bruce. He's worked very hard.
I'll back him to get the distance. I reckon he'll get it easily. It's just the accuracy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a matter of whether he pulls his leg because he's a bit tired, whether he can just keep it on line.
Drop punt by Mobbs by the look of it. The captain.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Strong. Didn't quite get it.
Sims
got there. I did mine all right. Sims plays it to the boundary line, and it'll be a ball in. But I thought he was going to use a screw punt.
No, but I'd have bet him with that.
No, you're right.
Did not carry him quite as far. Out of bounds. Sims and right. 12 for Centrals is right. He makes front spot. Covering to the ball is Robertson. Throws it onto his boot for a goal. Well done, Jeff Robertson. Played very well since he's come onto the ground as an interchange play. Central District 16-21. Sturt 19 goals 12.
That was a great snap by Robertson. Kicked 3 goals so far today, Jeff Robertson, since coming on. Central District camp wanting just a little bit more today. 19-12 to 16-21. They've been beaten by 3 goals in 8 games this season, and they're within that target at the moment.
They're going well too.
They're within 9 points. Getting dark at Unley. Cousins won the tack. Van Dommel tackled, and it'll be a ball up. Plenty of time left. Only been playing 14 minutes of this the last term. This ground was very quiet at one stage in the first half, but it's come alive all right. Cousins and Spiel. Cousins with a tap. Pfeiffer. Norsworthy. Radbone pushes it forward only as far as Krieg, and Radbone's going to get a free kick. High tackle.
The Sturt public barracks have been very noisy all day, Bruce. They were cheering. Now they're all praying.
Kick to centre half forward, and this will be a free kick against Darrington to Bytheen.
Shepherding when the ball was within 5 metres.
Bytheen from centre half back.
Played well at centre half back, having been annihilated at fullback. Cousins interfered with. Heinrich not going for the ball as Bubner clears the ball to half forward to Mobbs. Mobbs gives it to Wilson. Wilson with an opportunity to throw it under his boot. His first kick for the day is a goal. Well played, Wilbur Wilson. Well played, Central Districts.
Magnificent goal by Central Districts. 17-21 to 19-12. Central District within 3 points. Wilson has had very few touches, has got his first goal, and a big finish coming up. Cousins against Davies. Davies has come onto the ball. Radbone over the top.
Bad handball by Radbone into half forward. Panicking under the pressure as the kick's relieved by Centrals to Trigg. Right behind him, Zoom tackles him. Very unlucky not to be paid the mark, Stephen Trigg. Ball taken now by Andrew Zoom. Just forward of centre for Sturt. Zoom kicking into the full forward area. Spiel resting up there now and has marked the ball. Coach Odie has made a very important move. He's taken Davies out of the goal square, substituting with a man much taller and much tireder. Let's see whether he can convert this. Very important kick for Sturt. Stutters a little bit, the big fellow. He's just punched a very gentle, controlled drop punt. And Frank Spiel gives Sturt a little bit more breathing space. Central District still looking good though. Very unfortunate then when Stephen Trigg appeared to take a mark ahead of Zoom, recovered the ball, was tackled, we paid a penalty against him, and as a result, Andrew Zoom was put Sturt into attack, and Frank Spiel took an excellent mark in front of goal and converted. 20 goals, 12 Sturt Centrals, 17 goals, 21 at the 17-minute of the last quarter.
32 scoring shots to 38. Sturt hanging on. Davies back in the ruck. Cousins, Davies over the top, straight to Cousins. Good kick by the big blonde ruckman. Wilson right underneath it. Zubranek again brilliantly. Rushak's got it though. Zubranek back on it. Mobbs with a chance. Kick's going to go close. Sims play it to the boundary line, and it'll be a ball in.
Zubranek certainly knows where the ball is.
Yes. 2012, 17-21. Cousins playing a big game.
Zubranek certainly getting in there, Bruce, for the ball and intercepting as best he can.
Wright and Sims. Wright snatched it out of the air. Left foot snap's gone through. It's a goal. Wright has kicked his 5th goal. They make that 4. Wright's got 4 and Central District's back within 3 points. 18-21 to 2012.
Yes, that was well done by Michael Wright. Chose to jump up, take possession of the ball, caught the Sturt ruckman. Not ready. Quickly put it on his boot. Kicked a very, very well-controlled left foot kick.
Back in the centre, 2012 to 18-21. Wiseman coming down to the forward line for Sturt. Motley's gone to centre half back, so Odie's made another change. Cousins gave it away. Heinrich, there's a high tackle on him. Umpire's bringing it back. Heinrich to take the free kick from the centre wing. Gillies with his hands up. Heinrich from the centre. It's been a magnificent comeback by the Bulldogs. Drop punt, looking towards Spill. Spill's got it. Gee, this has made a difference, this move by Odie. Spill's taken 2 big marks with his height.
Might be a bit
Kick
far
one
out.
goal. Spill from about 50 metres out. Maybe a bit closer in. Drop punt. Missed it. Behind. 2013 to 18-21. Spill's got 1-1. Bything brings it back in with a drop punt. Cousins on the lead. Davies a bit loose. Cousins quickly plays it on. Oh, trouble for Bone. Great tackle by Radbone. Central District's errors are creeping into it. Radbone. Left foot toward the goal front. Spill getting set again against Bubner. Thomas almost took a good one. Trying to get back on it again, Thomas. He recovered well. Handball, but there'll be a free kick going back.
Daryl Smith against Daryl Smith, Bruce. Tackle when the Central player was not in possession. Pazanko cross to the half-back line. Davies pushed out. Radbone dummies around. Kicks short and strong. Magnificent take. Oops, Spills kicked it the wrong way. Straight to Bone. Bone with a magnificent pass over to Trigg. Trigg plays on. Over half forward. It's a long kick. Motley dropping back. Sims coming from behind. And Michael Wright marked it. Motley stepped out of the road then to allow Sims to come through to mark the ball. And Trevor Sims couldn't make the grade. And as a result, we see Michael Wright with an opportunity to kick for goal 40 metres out.
Wright has kicked 4 goals, 1 today. This is the most important kick he's had for the club for a long time. He can put Central Districts in front. 18-21 to 2013. The Dogs were 10 goals down at one stage today. Drop punt by Wright has gone through. They're in front. Look at him. He's absolutely overcome with joy. Central District must keep their cool now. They're 19-21 and Sturt at 2013, and they're really running.
Michael Wright playing an excellent game. Peter Mottler's been moved to centre half back to try to curb Michael Wright. The Central Districts this afternoon are certainly sure they're not going to lose another game. They're playing very well. We said during the third quarter, I said that I thought they'd win by 5 goals the way they were playing, and Sturt are certainly in trouble now.
Davies in the ruck. What a job Cousins has done. Magnificent. Davies won it. Krieg. Next goal's important. Trigg couldn't get rid of it. A great tackle on him by Davies. Craig over the top to Heinrich. Heinrich to Graham. Graham from centre half forward. One bounce. Gets around Robertson, though the tackle was good. He stopped Graham in his tracks. Bone. High left footer. Getting underneath it was Krieg, and he takes the mark.
It was beautifully done there by Jeff Robertson. Some magnificent football. Peter Krieg from half-back. Long kick. Michael Wright in front. He's unbeatable at the moment, Michael Wright. Michael Wright kicking into Wilson. Wilson's got Cleary, handballs forward, running into the open goal, Lindsay Rusiak, and he's hit the post. What bad luck for Central Districts, or should we say bad kick? That's certainly a sign of tiredness. Rusiak's worked very, very hard.
19-22 to 2013. Sims brings it back in with a drop punt toward the centre. Oh, nearly a great mark by Krieg. Davies has handballed to Derrington. Derrington towards Pate. Heinrich got in his road for the moment. Over the top to Derrington. Wilson putting the pressure on. Derrington with a high one. Spiel trying to get to it. Vasenko takes the mark. The difference is 3 points. Vasenko plays it on quickly. Van Dommel's got some run. Trigg wants it short. Van Dommel to Trigg. Central District with a big chance. Trigg plays on around Radbone. One bounce. Trigg says go long. Trigg goes toward the pocket, and that's a beautiful pass. He kept his head, and Edwards takes the mark. Mobbs tells him to settle it down. We're getting toward the time on period. Edwards has kicked poorly all day.
It was a cool bit of play there by Trigg. Didn't panic. The kick was on, and he played the kick ahead of Edwards, gave him the opportunity to mark it. Now Edwards with an opportunity. Hasn't kicked well today, but maybe the further distance he'll let his leg go, give this a ride. He has done just that. It's a magnificent kick. Well done, Greg Edwards. Full points, and the Bulldogs gone further ahead.
2-4 to Edwards. He's lifted in the second half. Hardly had a kick up to half-time. And Central District are 20-22 and Sturt are 20-13. This has been a magnificent performance.
They certainly have earned their 9-point lead. They started 10 minutes before half-time. It's an exact reverse of the earlier game of the year when Sturt caught up Centrals after Centrals had played magnificently in the first quarter and a half.
Davies and Cousins. Cousins won the tap. Davies tapped it on. Craig thumped it forward to Pake. Sturt need a lift somewhere. Derrington's trying to provide it. Pake's got it over to Heinrich. The Blues are still in with a chance. One bounce. Two bounces. He's run around Bone. Heinrich's going to take them all on. Three bounces. He goes to Zoom. It missed Zoom's body. Zoom with a snap. A behind. 2014 to 2022. 8 points the difference. Do you think they wasted a chance there?
They did. Michael Graham was standing at centre-half forward on his own. Andrew Zoom having a look. But Philip Heinrich's working very, very hard. Tried to do too much on his own. Wiseman spoiling away on the kick-out. Playing the ball ahead of him. Pfeiffer takes possession. Kicks it into the goal square. Spiel and Basanko. Spiel's marked a couple. Can't hold this one. Bubner it is. And Bubner kicking the ball long. Radbone dropping back at centre wing. He's in trouble though. Northworthy moving in, but not quickly enough. Michael Graham from behind, he can't grab it. Spiel kicks her in danger off the ground, lucky not to be penalised. 39 for Central Districts, who is Stephen Bowles. I can't pick the difference between him and Jamie Thomas, Bruce.
Started to rain as it's into the time on period. It's raining at Unley. Spiel, Hollis, Spiel thumps it toward the goal square. Taken there by Rusiak. Little kick around the body to Trigg. That might be the steadier for Central. 8 points the difference.
26
Wilson
minutes.
short. Will it go out in the full? Wilson marked it. Didn't. Out on the full.
26 minutes gone, Bruce. Central's definitely got their nose in front.
They've kicked 6 goals in this quarter, and Sturt have kicked 2, so we could say there'll be about 29 minutes, probably about a 29-minute quarter. Zubanik with a high one toward the goal square. Spiel getting set, almost a good mark. Not paid. Bubner, Pfeiffer, it'll be a ball up. Centrals came from 10 goals down at one stage in the second quarter. They're in front by 8 points. 2022 to 2014. Spiel with a tap. Pfeiffer couldn't take it. Central District are desperate. Bone plays it to the line. It'll be a ball in.
Out of bounds in the forward pocket. Sturt showing a little bit of uncharacteristic calm. They're not calm at the moment. Jimmy Derrington caught with the ball. Too high. Receive a free kick. Sturt panicking a little on the give. They're certainly not finding their teammate as accurately as they were before. Jim Derrington, very tired player. He kicks this goal, and he has to kick it. It's a very important kick. And he has kicked it.
What a finish we've got coming up. Derrington's kicked his first. Sturt get back within a kick. Sturt at 21-14, Central at 20-22. And this is where the experience of Sturt, who have won a lot of close finishes this year, may tell. Central District has lost so many games by such a small margin. Now, can they steady?
Well, that's a magnificent kick, Bruce. The important thing was the way he kicked the goal. Like he's a long way out, set kick, all the pressure on him. Goldfield to bounce the ball. Davies, Cousins over the top. Lays it off to Krieg. Krieg's caught. Hollis after him. They've managed to stalemate it on the corner of the square. Slightly towards Sturt end.
Davies and Cousins it'll be. 3 minutes of time on gone. Magnificent game at Unley. Davies will get a free kick. Sturt have got a chance. They've got to score off this. Davies short. He's got Heinrich running. Will it sit up for him? Gillies runs into the boundary line. Heinrich keeps it in. Heinrich from the pocket with a snap. It's going close. Touched. Still in the goal square. Bytheen with a handball. This could be the steadier. Bytheen to Bones. Bones' missed kick will come to the boundary line. Trigg and Radbone. Radbone did it beautifully. Radbone goes short towards Smith. Couldn't find him. Bytheen taps it toward the boundary line. And it'll be a ball up. Gee, Radbone rode that bump magnificently.
That's determination. That's when someone doesn't want to lose. It was very well done. Must be right on the siren.
Central District want this desperately. I think Hicks deserves one of these. They've played so hard all year, and it'll be a ball in. Hicksy needs this. I think the Central District club deserve it in a way, but Sturt have played magnificently as well. Davies, over the top Cousins. Graham, kept it in play. Zoom toward the boundary line. Pfeiffer to Graham. Here's the chance. Graham, you wouldn't believe it. Within a point, you would not believe it. Hicks wants him to steady.
He could have run up to the goal line then though, Bruce. He panicked, Michael. He was on the leg. He could have run right into the front of the goal face and hooked it over his shoulder. He was free. That was magnificent play. Sturt had the chance and they couldn't take advantage of it. From full-back, Bubner. Grandstand side. Wiseman and Bytheen. Bytheen ball spoiled from him. No free kicks going now. Derrington hoping that he might get one there as Bytheen ran into him. And he's hurt Jim Derrington too.
Players converging from everywhere at the moment. They're coming in from everywhere. They're going to bottle this up. Central District have brought about 10 players from everywhere. Mobbs is coming in. Cousins with a tap. Right handballs it toward the boundary line. Wilson in hot pursuit. Wilbur keeps it in play towards Rusciak. This is an important period. Graham plays it to the boundary line. Ball in. I think the Dogs will win it. 5 minutes of time on. They're a point in front. Free kick to Graham. Free kick to Graham, I'm not sure. I'm probably pushing the back. This could be it. Graham short. Norsworthy. Pfeiffer. Again a ball in. Central District lead after 30 minutes of the last quarter. 20-22 to 21-15. It's Davies and Cousins. They should chair Cousins off if they win. Pfeiffer. Davies. Graham. Well done, Van Dommel. Van Dommel to Gillies. Gillies did it well. Krieg, Robertson, back towards Gillies. Sturt keeping the pressure on. Gillies trying hard. It's gone to Trigg, to Rusciak. Van Dommel's shot to the goal square. Edwards, it's bouncing. Has it been touched? It was. It's a behind, but Central's are 2 points in front. And the siren must go any moment. 20-23 to 21-15. Sims quickly to Pake. Pake's got to move it now.
It was well done by Robertson, though. He got across quickly. Pake had the chance on his own. Motley can't take the mark. Bit loose in hand. Craig takes possession. Very tired. Goes to Motley. Motley takes possession. Kicks the ball forward. Wiseman and Bytheen. Bytheen edges Wiseman out. Siren's gone.
Siren's gone, and Central Districts have won. 20-23 to 21-15, and Darryl Hicks, who has missed out so often, has won again by 2 points. Central Districts winning after coming from 10 points behind. 20-23 to 21-15.
And what a marvellous win by Central District, getting up after, as I said, being so far behind. 20-23, 143. Sturt 21-15, 141. Michael Wright scored 5 goals. Norsworthy and Robertson 3 each. Krieg, Gillies and Edwards 2 each for Central District. For Sturt, Davies in a magnificent first half got 8. Graham 3, Heinrich 2, Smith 2 and Hollis 2.
I know South Australia won't believe me, but we are the equal of any football team in South Australia. It took 7 close games for the boys to prove it to themselves. Coach Hicks has always believed it.
What does it taste like to win one, Jeff? A close one?
Feels really good. I thought, you know, at quarter time things looked pretty bleak, and I think if you go back to the game against when we played Sturt at Football Park, we're in the same predicament. We were 10 goals in front at quarter time. Then the next 3 quarters they just wore us down and they won the game. And last week's loss, and we've lost so many close ones, you know. Today was so important for the players and especially for the club because, you know, after last week it looked very hard for us to make the 5, so we really had something to prove today. And after quarter time I think we proved everything.
Darryl, you've had a lot of thrills playing and coaching. Is this one of your biggest today?
I'm the second coach in the history of Central Districts to have won at Unley. I was also the first coach, and this is equal to the first one.
How do you feel right now, Darryl?
I feel, well, I'm going to go across to the Sturt Club afterwards and have a squash with all of my friends. And I'm going back to the club tonight to reinforce with the players what the winning edge is.
Well, they said Central Districts can't win a close one.
They did in the past.
Yes, they did in the past. Darryl Hicks, an elated coach of the Central District side. And that score of 20 goals, 23 was their biggest score ever against Sturt. Their previous biggest being in 1979 when they scored 21 goals, 13. Well, a very happy Central Districts crowd tonight, but not so happy from a South Australian point of view with the game against Western Australia today. The game at Subiaco Oval, South Australia were kicking into a slight breeze. Jenkins scored a goal in the first minute of the game, and we pick up the game at the 19-minute mark with South Australia leading 1-1 to Western Australia 2 points.
Score at the moment, South Australia 1-1-7, leading WA 2 points, 18 minutes into the quarter. Carey, strength, Sewer. Belton, 22. Back to Sewer. Johnson took his eyes off. Michael being held by Johnson.
Gee, Michael impresses me as a centre half back. I believe he's playing in that position at the present moment.
To Daniels. Left half forward. Harper. Richardson. Oh, lost it. Carey. Aish and Michael. And South Australia kicking into the breeze, doing a lot of attacking at the moment. 1-1-7 to 2 points. Johnson and Michael. Johnson. Barrett, Aish, Platten.
Stephen Michael, they're doing a tremendous job in defence.
Yes, he is.
Michael and Johnson again. Michael to Daniel. That's Palm, left centre wing. Malax is almost. Ebert. Good play to Phillips. Phillips can keep running. No one coming in to tackle. Might come unstuck though. This is Taylor from Blackwell. Back to half forward. Edwards. Interfered with by Nail. For Monteith. No, he's been called to play on.
He's had the front spot. Looked the mark from here. Bruce Monteith thought it was a mark, but it's not being paid by umpire Gillies.
Riley very happy about that one. Carey, very good stuff. Edwards. Fong. That's close. Very close to a goal. That's Western Australia's first.
Yes, that's the way that one that WA wanted. The captain here, West Perth in Western Australia, a great little player, played 176 games for his club, and that might set WA on the track.
Yes, Bob, well, they're playing crisscross football, Western Australia. They've got a real focal point in Warren Ralph in the middle of the ground, but they're not giving the opportunities, but they were fortunate to kick that goal through the efforts of Les Fong.
And that's how it was done.
So 20 minutes into the first quarter, WA 128, leading South Australia 117. Taylor. Still with Taylor. Daniels. Richardson and Monteith. Richardson almost. Fong. Malaxis to redeem himself. Wood bump. Monteith. That looks like WA's second. It is.
Great backing up there by Bruce Monteith, and the Fong once again to set them on the way.
Yes, Bob, well, they're playing direct football. I made the comment early in the game, if they rebound the ball on the South Australians, they may find a weakness, and 2 goals very quickly, and now put some pressure back on South Australia.
Well, we'll have a look at that again there with that goal from Bruce Monteith. There he is on that right foot in the pocket and puts it right through the middle.
It's amazing that South Australia have dominated for most of the quarter, yet Western Australia are now double their score. 2-2 to 1-1. 21 minutes in. Nailey for South Australia. Nobody coming in to tackle. Half forward. Hayes and Fry. Holden. Thought Holden may have been being held then. Harper. Hayes. 11 is Panitza for Western Australia, right centre wing. Looking for Ralph. Good defence by Hughes. Solid tackle then. This is Richardson. Ebert. No, couldn't quite complete the mark. And I think he'll be penalised for pushing that out deliberately.
Yes, it has been. The kick to be taken right on the line there, about 40 metres out.
Monteith, the man who scored Western Australia's last goal to take it. WA 2-2-14, South Australia 1-1-7.
Experienced goal kicker, this fella kicked a number of goals in Victoria and Western Australia.
Right full forward pocket. Not a bad kick. Excellent kick from Monteith.
Yes, that's kick number 5 to Bruce Monteith, and that's his second goal, and that should spur the black and gold.
That's true, Bob. But once again, it's good rebound football from the half-back line, and Western Australia are really running the ball hard, and they're capitalising on the opportunities.
23 minutes into the first quarter. Western Australia 3-2-20, South Australia 1-1-7. Michael and Johnson. Johnson. That was Blackwell. 17 is Palm. 11 Panitza. Ralph almost. But Western Australia deep into attack again.
Some of these young players coming into the game now. Panizza, this is his first game of state football, and take a little bit of time to warm up and a little nervous, but coming right into the game on that right wing.
Edwards and Johnson in the ruck. Johnson, Malaxis, Richardson, Taylor. Ebert is there as well.
Well, we mentioned an interesting duel on the wing a while ago. Daniels has had 9 kicks and Jenkins 3, so you can see who's on top there.
25 metres out from WA's goal. Edwards to Richardson. Looks pretty good. It is. It's Western Australia's score.
Yes, it's raining goals here at the moment. Richardson been a little bit tentative in the opening minutes. Came right into it, then a great shot from his boots. And a great kick, John Todd.
He doesn't miss too many goals given the opportunity. He's a great shot for goal. But once again, I felt South Australia had given the Western Australians the opportunity to get back into the game because they control the game midfield. But once again, Western Australia combining very well.
25 minutes into the first quarter. WA 4-2-26. South Australia 1-1-7. Michael Nailey for South Australia. Carey in front. Hayes. Panitza right centre wing.
Rebound ball
kick
again.
To half forward. Fong. Riley. Monteith for WA. Blackwell. Right half forward flank. Long kick. And Hughes, desperation stuff.
He's just touched through on the line. You can see where WA are getting the drive. As I said, Daniels had 9 kicks to 3, and Panizza on the other ones had 7 to 1.
There's the South Australian bench. Their coach, John Cale, you saw looking very pensive at the moment. Michael playing well. Daniels. Getting away from Jenkins at the moment. Hughes off the ground. Riley. Belton. It's close. Oh, unluckily it was out because it was a great effort by Danny Jenkins. Daniels. Ralph in front. That'll be a kick to Greg Whittlesey. Whittlesey has got Phillips loose. There he is. Nice kick for half forward. Shane Ellis and Aish. Fry, number 17. Hayes, good play. That's Edwards.
Once again, John, they're rebounding from that half-back line and putting South Australia under a lot of pressure.
Used his body well then. He got in front of Hughes, who's been playing him very well, spoiling the ball on all occasions. But Ralph used his body well to take his first mark.
Yes, it's only 35 metres out directly in front. Should have no trouble with this one. He's kicked 83 goals for Claremont in Western Australian football this year.
30 metres out directly in front. Coming up for WA's fifth. It's a good kick from Ralph.
Yes, a typical kick there from Warren Ralph, and that's about 4 goals in 5 minutes there, which has certainly been a great effort for the Western Australian side, getting the ball out of the centre, controlling it right across the ground, and plenty of pace coming in with it too.
Western Australia 5-3-33 to South Australia 1-1-7. Western Australia doing all the attacking, and they'll be kicking into the breeze this quarter. Carey and Michael. Michael from behind. Sewer. Benitza for Western Australia to half forward. Good mark. Ralph, good mark. No, it's been taken from him.
Oh, played for interference, but looked as though Ralph had his eye on the ball from here all the way.
So it's Phillips' kick to half forward. Hayes. Aish for South Australia. Hardy for WA. Blackwell just backward of right centre wing. Into half forward, Monteith. Giles on the ground. Weston. That was meant for Whittlesey. Michael. Taylor. Richardson. Played on. To the square. Edwards.
Good play, WA. Edwards is now playing at full forward, and Ralph is playing at centre half forward. And here's a young player playing his first game of league football, right on the edge of the square. Could not miss from here, surely.
Goal to Western Australia, they're sixth.
Yeah, that's a morale booster in the opening minutes of play in the second quarter, kicking against the breeze and a great passage of play.
Yes, once again, Western Australia were able to rebound on the South Australians. The South Australians look very, very sluggish at the present moment, but good play from Richardson on that half-forward line, and the move paid off with Edwards at full forward.
Umpire Foster lost the P from his whistle and had to recover the situation. He's waiting for another whistle to come out to him. 6-3-39 to 1-1-7. Michael. Nailey, and he'll get a kick. On the defensive side of centre. Ralph has been penalised because he crossed in front of Nailey. So it's a 15 metres penalty. Nailey over half forward. That was Platten. Harper, strong. Barrett. Daniels from behind. Jenkins. Could be a kick to Fong. Yes, it will be. Johnny Platten over the top of him. This is Daniels for WA. To the centre. And a good mark to Benitza. Teammates. They both played for Claremont.
10th kick coming up.
In fact, it's a Claremont centre line at the moment. Edwards from behind. Good tackle. Taylor. And that was Giles on the receiving end of that tackle from Taylor. Half-forward line for WA. Carey. 23 was Phillips. Didn't have a look. Barrett. To Michael. To Palm. Panitza. Edwards coming out. And he'll get a kick. Got a whack from Hughes that time. And he'll take a kick in the right full forward pocket.
Here's Craig Edwards playing in front. Only a youngster, about 6'3", well built. The ruckman here in WA. Just kicked the previous goal. He's a pretty acute angle there. There's the replay coming up. Edwards coming in there in front. Took the punting foot and now he'll take the kick.
It's not a bad sort of a kick. Magnificent kick from there.
Yes, he kicked it to the formidable veteran there. Craig Edwards, you wouldn't think it was his first state game. That's 2 goals to him and a good move by Malcolm Brown to put him at full forward.
Yes, the move's paying off, but South Australia are fiddling too much with the ball. They've got to start kicking the ball longer and running to the fall of the ball. At the present moment, they're in a little bit of trouble.
Yes, the chairman of selectors for South Australia looking very disappointed in his side. As well he might, because WA is 7-3-45. South Australia have not added to their score. They're 1-1-7. 5 minutes into the second quarter. It's Blackwell fighting for the ball. Fong on the bottom. Finally the whistle.
WA players gaining confidence by the minute, particularly those who've only played 1 or 2 state games.
Just on the attacking side of centre for South Australia. Michael. Platten. Barrett in front. Nailey. Chance for South Australia. It's coming back. It's a beautiful shot. And that's South Australia's second.
Yes, that's a badly needed goal from the boot of Mark Nailey. Took the opportunity there when the mark wasn't paid to Barrett and took the front spot. That's his 7th kick. And probably this may spur South Australia on. They certainly need him. 2-1 to 7-3, 5 goals behind. And a brilliant player, Mark Nailey, runner-up to the Magarey medal in South Australia last year. Well, the scoreboard at the moment, WA 7-3-45, South Australia 2-1-13.
Carey. Blackwell. And that's Phillips at centre half back. Oh, lovely kick. Half back to half forward. Michael behind. Sewer. He's a left footer. Panitza. Plenty of pace. Darryl Panitza on the right half back flank. Blackwell in front. Over the top was Whittlesey then, but this is Hardy for WA. Monteith from behind. No mark. That was Giles. And gee, I thought he put that out of bounds deliberately then, but it wasn't paid. Western Australia's right half forward flank. Harper and Carey. Oh, Carey intelligent. Platten. Just backward of left centre wing. It's a good soccer by Phillips then. Jenkins. John Platten. To Aish. Back to Platten. Broke the tackle. Still Platten. Into the square. Evans almost. Fry is there as well.
Bounce ball.
Fry claiming the mark, but I don't think he got first hands to that. But South Australia pressing hard. 2-1-13 to 7-3-45 at the moment. Michael. That'll be a kick. It's not Fry's kick. Looks like it'll be Platten to take it.
He's been a live wire around the patch, John Platten. The South Australia hasn't got much from the rucks, but he's doing pretty well around the packs, and this is his 9th kick coming up. 20 metres out.
Directly in front. This will be South Australia's third if he gets it. He has. South Australia fight back.
Yes, to the Subiaco end from the boot of John Platten, and gradually bridging the gap, but a long way to go yet, and having a lot of trouble getting the ball out of the centre.
Western Australia 11-12, South Australia 5-2. 78 plays 32. Hughes. Carey is the target and doesn't fail. Peter Carey. That's Bradley. Left foot to half forward. Ellis. Ralph. Sewer, I should say. Chance for Belton. Still a chance for Belton. Hardy, good smother. Brad Hardy, well played. Riley going nowhere. And a good effort for South Australia, but not a good result.
It's a hard battle up there trying to break through, and Tim Evans having one of those days where he cannot do a thing right at this stage.
Go, mate. Holden. Hayes. Platten's kick.
Les Fong off the ground for Western Australia.
Platten's on right half forward.
16th kick.
Barrett read that so well. Daniels, Michael shepherded well to keep Carey out of the road. Ralph. This is Western, though, for South Australia. Riley. 23 is Phillips. That's Jenkins. Holden. Hardy. Hardy's kick. That hurt him, too. Barrett. Right half back, Barrett. 35 there was Dexter Kennedy. And he gave away a kick then because he gave Barrett a whack after he kicked it. So it's Darryl Panizza with the ball now. Over the wing. Michael. Taylor. Plenty of pace. Kevin Taylor. He's shaken off the defence. He can have a shot. Oh, normally he gets those.
Beautifully balanced, Kevin Taylor, on that left foot when he kicks, but just couldn't make the major edge.
Hughes. South Australia up towards Fry. Monteith and Fry. This is Fry. Weston backward of left centre wing.
Oh.
Western Australia will capitalise on that through Palm. Monteith. And that's Jenkins. Opportunity now, Nailey. No, cannot capitalise on that forward line. Ellis, Barrett, still Barrett. Stephen Michael with the fumble. Good play, John Platten. All went. South Australia, Sewer, Nailey. Better play, South Australia.
Yes, good goal from the boot of Nailey, and Ralph Sewer was the one responsible. And there's the South Australian bench. Jeff Motley there, the chairman of selectors. Kick number 12 to Mark Nailey. He's battled hard for them all day with lack of support out there. 6-3 South Australia, 11-13 WA, 13 minutes in to the third quarter.
It's 39 plays 79. Michael and Carey. Carey. Blackwell, though. That's Riley. Good play. That was from Carey. Half forward. Ellis. Hayes. Panizza has plenty of pace. Smith for Palm. Carey, good stuff. South Australia to half forward. Johnson. Weston. Another goal. Good play.
Yes. Good goal from the boot of the skipper there from the left foot too, and he's battled hard all day for Weston. Must be a worried skipper out there because South Australia are certainly not playing well, and that's a badly needed goal to the South Aussies. There's a replay how it was done. Came from the far flank. over to Paul Weston, dropped it onto his left foot and put it through for middle for a very valuable goal to make them 7-3 to 11-13 in favour of the West.
Western Australia have scored 1 goal this quarter. South Australia have scored 3. Taylor in the centre. South Australians going in hard. Aisha's kick. Michael Aish. Half forward. Lachlan. He was off. Holding the ball.
There's inexperience on the part of Peter Lachlan there. Gave it away and 15 metres.
John Hayes with the ball for WA. Right half forward. Richardson is the target. There he is. Halfway between right centre wing, right half forward. Should be a kick. It will be to Malaxis. He was tripped.
Unfortunately, it was accidental, but it's still in the laws. The trip, Stephen Malaxis, about 55 metres out.
Malaxis looking for Edwards. Hughes intelligently from behind. Monteith. Fry. Still with South Australia. 23 is Phillips. Kennedy.
Hasn't done much.
Backward of left centre wing. The half forward. Shane Ellis. To Michael. To Hardy. Blackwell. That's Panizza now with the ball. Full forward. Edwards nearly. Malaxis. Taylor. It's a good kick from Taylor. An excellent kick.
Great play by Malaxis. Taylor, the only left foot around the forward line. And beautifully balanced before he sat. That's kick number 12 to Kevin Taylor. He's playing a pretty good game in this quarter, particularly using his pace around the packs. And there's a replay. Malaxis pushing it over under that left foot. And no mistake from Kevin Taylor. And that was the 20th kick from Panizza that put that ball into the forward line.
7-3-45. Cronin. Richardson almost. Fry. Good tackle. He didn't get rid of it.
Eddie Fry hasn't had a good game. He started in the forward line. He's been switched by John Carley. He's made many switches in this quarter. He's now playing on the half-back line. Richardson's kick, 50 metres out.
Right half forward flank, Mike Richardson. Can get them from there. At plenty of distance, but not the accuracy.
Well, not enough runners in the South Australian side at the moment, John Todd.
That's Aish. Aish left half back. Through Weston's hands. Taylor, she's playing well. Richardson. 3 South Australians. They munched him then. That wasn't a good kick either. Weston surprised. Right centre wing, Weston. Ellis from behind. Daniels, if he can keep it in. Can. Blackwell. Still in. To Ellis. Play still goes on. And that'll be thrown in. No, it'll be bounced. WA 12-14-86. South Australia 7-3-45. 19 minutes into the third quarter. Carey, Nailey, Phillips, Kennedy and Michael. Aish is in there as well. That's him. Aish, good play. Lachlan. Got Barrett. Good, strong mark. Barrett to the centre. Monteith. Riley for South Australia. Flatten. No. Flatten to recover. He's got 2 to beat. Rod Barrett, experience.
Oh, and a 15-metre penalty. Well, that's frustration on the part of the South Australian players, and unfortunately, John Flatten, one of their better players. This fellow's had a magnificent season in the back pocket. Rod Barrett.
Barrett to the centre. Ironmonger's the target. Carey.
264 games for each club in South Australia. Been a great player over a number of years.
Paul Belton, right centre wing. Michael and Kennedy. Barrett. Hayes. And it'll be Barrett's kick.
Well, WA taking the front position and getting a lot of free kicks.
Bob, the back line today of Western Australia has been sheer magnificence. I know everyone's talking about the centre of the ground, but South Australia have not been able to penetrate the defence of Western Australia.
Agree with that one.
Barrett to Hayes. Hardy uses his body so well, Brad Hardy. He can run virtually as far as he wants to. He's to right centre wing. Chris Allen to right half forward. Richardson to full forward. That's close. Magnificent kick, Mike Richardson.
Magnificent goal from the boot of Mike Richardson, and John Todd was talking about the back line.
All day, Bob, they've been magnificent. They've set play up, they've rebounded the ball, they've given opportunities to the Western Australian forwards and centre line players. They're unsung heroes at the moment, Barrett and company.
Well, that's where it came from, Alan. Over to Richardson. There he is, near the white line. Puts it onto his boot. Puts it right through the middle.
So at the 21-minute mark, Western Australia 13-14-92, South Australia 7-3-45. That's Riley's kick. Hardy. This is Tony McGuinness. He can run in and have a shot. McGuinness's kick hit the post.
They were unlucky for South Australia.
No, it hasn't. Nothing's happened. I thought that hit the post, but I guess it couldn't have. It in fact hit the back of Stephen Michael's neck. The goal umpire signalled play on. Ironmonger. So South Australia deep into attack. 7-3 to 13-14, 22 minutes into the third quarter. Fancy insulting Stephen Michael by calling his neck the post. Nailey tried to get it to Kennedy. Chance for them. It's a shot from McGuinness, is it?
Yes. Tony McGuinness, the young 18-year-old, coming into play a little bit in the last couple of minutes, but not able to convert there, and the minor score once more.
That was a golden opportunity for him. Holden for WA. Ironmonger the target. Too tall for everybody. Carey making his presence felt, certainly. Ironmonger to half forward. Chris Allen nearly. Richardson. Palm. Score coming up for WA. And it's a good one, too.
Yes, it certainly was. David Palm sweated on it, unfortunately for South Australia. The knock from their South Australian defence fell right into the arms, and another 4 points to the West.
Yes, well, once again, the value of the long kick from Ironmonger. He set the play up. Players were able to run to the drop of the ball. A quick handball out to, from Richardson out to the... Who was the lad who kicked that goal?
David Palm.
David Palm. Yeah, magnificent bit of football, and he capped it off with a fine goal.
So 24 minutes in, Western Australia 14-14-98, South Australia a 7-4-46. Ironmonger, Blackwell, Panitza being held.
21 kicks coming up to Daryl Panitza in his debut for WA.
Panitza into half forward. Should be Belton. Not much offering for Paul Belton as he runs out of defence. Hayes from behind. Oh, that hurt Panitza. Ralph Sewer gave him one to go on with. Hardy. Blackwell. Taylor. Palm. He's going to bounce freely. Had it bounced the right way, could have been a goal.
WA have had a lot of luck, but not that time.
That hurt Panitza too. Hughes. Carey the target. Daniels. He'll have a shot from there. Across the face. That's Hughes. 23 is Greg Phillips.
Battling hard there, Danny Hughes, down there against odds. He's got 3 and 4 players running down, but he's still holding his own.
14:15:99 Western Australia. South Australia 7:4:46. About to go into the time on period. Fry. Very slow. Carey. Phillips. Do something with it. He does. Paul Belton. Hayes couldn't quite get there. Aish.
1981 Magarey medalist.
Aish. That's the first touch that Tim Evans has had for so long. Right half forward flank. Aish in the pocket. Top mark. So Michael Aish is about 35 metres out. Plenty of daylight between the goals, and don't South Australia need one. It's an excellent kick from Aish, and that's South Australia's 8th.
Yes, great kick from Michael Aish there, right in the pocket. And not his fault that South Australia far behind. That's his 15th kick.
He's a great player. There's no question about that. You can understand why he won a Magarey medal. But there's just not enough Michael Aish's out there to lift South Australia.
And in the last quarter, South Australia scored only a point. Western Australia 7 goals, 2. So 21-18 WA, 144. South Australia 8-5-53. For WA, Richardson got 4, Malaxis 3, Taylor, Monteith, Ralph, Harper and Edwards, with Ironmonger all getting 2, a host of them getting 2. For South Australia, Platten and Nailey 2 each, Weston, Jenkins, Lachlan and Michael Aish each getting 1. So a disappointing result there for South Australia, being beaten by a big margin at Subiaco today. We'll take a break, come back and have a look at the game from Football Park between North and Port. Our third replay game tonight, the second from the South Australian National Football League, was from Football Park between Port Adelaide, second on the ladder, and North Adelaide in 8th position. A good crowd in attendance, 7,683. That's the biggest crowd at the 4 games today in South Australia. An important game for Port Adelaide. They had the chance that they could win to go to the top of the ladder, especially seeing the Sturt got beaten by Central District. And of course for North Adelaide, they still have a slim hope of making the major round. The changes to the North Adelaide side: John Riley, their captain, was out, of course, playing in Perth. Antropos out injured. Robins and Russell both admitted. That chap didn't get a game. In Alan Stringer, Malloy, Little and Zuchin. So Michael Noonan had made 4 changes to the side. Now, there were a lot of changes to the Port Adelaide side. Of course, John Cahill was away, the coach, but out of the side, Evans, Russell Ebert, Bradley, Giles, Phillips, Hughes, Johnston and Belton, all in the South Australian team. And they also lost their captain, Brian Cunningham, injured. Into the side, David Granger, Russell, Darryl Cahill, Erie, Boyd, Hoffner, James, Nat and Craig Ebert. So Dwayne Russell playing his first game. Darryl Cahill back after a long spell out of the game. He played a couple of games in the reserves after being injured. And of course Craig Ebert playing his first league game for 1982. As I said, a pretty good crowd at Football Park. We pick up the game at the beginning of the match. Your commentators, Peter Marker and Ian Tay.
Channel 7 at Football Park for the clash between North Adelaide and Port Adelaide, whilst the state sides away playing Western Australia in Perth. Phillips goes through for North Adelaide. Port Adelaide's ball features held without the ball and will get it. Perfect conditions for football. The breeze favouring, however, the southern end towards the half-forward line. Here he couldn't. Phillips through, joined by Malloy. He leaves the football behind. Loken likewise. Finally, it was Klomp. Gets it across to a teammate who goes long, up towards the half-forward line. That was a good kick by Malloy. Here's a chance for them now. Stringer with a chance. Forward line, 30 metres out, shrugs the tackle, settles, puts it through, and North Adelaide off to a fine start, kicking with this breeze in the first quarter.
That was a good start, Ian, and North Adelaide have got a big chance of beating Port Adelaide today. Malloy streamed down into the forward line from a handball from Klomp, and that was a good movement by Wayne Stringer when he eluded the opposition and kicked truly for North Adelaide's first goal. They're beating with the aid of about a 2 to 3 goal breeze, or possibly a little bit stronger. So one would expect them to play pretty well early here today at Football Park.
Umpires Hilton and Mead in charge. Redden, against Baker. Baker thumps it further forward towards the half-forward line. Harris couldn't. Paul Pisha can towards the half-forward line, but it's well taken in defence there by the North Adelaide player in Holman. Armfield it was to the outer side. Huppets goes out. Push in the back, and the free kick goes to the Port Adelaide Rover on the half-back flank.
Ray Huppets in good form lately for Port Adelaide. Goes short, finds Leslie, also in very good form. Playing at centre half-back today. A long kick further down, that's going over the head of Boyd. In comes Ben Harris, can't take the mark. Darryl Cale picks it up, hooks around the body. Williams can't mark the ball. North Adelaide come out. Paul Fleischer intercepts. He couldn't get his kick away. Tiller handballs it clear. North Adelaide out of trouble again through Phillips. Phillips puts it over the top. It's not going to get to McAdam. It's knocked back to Robertson, and he kicks up the ground looking for Cale. Cale wasn't in front. Tiller recovered first and got it over the top towards Kim Klopp. North Adelaide another chance to go forward. A good kick. Well, in fact, not a good kick. It just went a little bit too far for Clisby, and it will be balled in at left half forward flank for North Adelaide. McAdam had a chance there for North Adelaide. The handball wasn't a good one. Probably find that Clisby will jump on this occasion. The handball, or the knock comes down to Huppets again. Redden for North Adelaide is number 42. Very close to boundary line. Another ball in.
Between wing and half forward left flank, North Adelaide in attack. Winning the toss, kicking with the breeze. Redden, 42 against Baker. At the throw-in, Baker gets better position to tap away to look for Paul Fleischer, but it's Tiller of North Adelaide who takes it away, kicks to the half-forward line, but in defence it's well taken by Hoffner. I think he's lost the ball, could be reported. Umpire Graham Hilton said, you have had your number taken, and I think that Hoffner indicated that in actual fact that he got hit in the snout. The umpire wasn't particularly interested. And Clisby takes the free kick, plus 15 metres, 40 metres out in front of goal with the breeze at his back. Hoffner still explaining to the umpire what happened, but that's the wrong one. That's Peter Mead. Clisby's kick at goal is home. Cost Port Adelaide a goal. North at 2 goals without a miss. Port have not scored.
Well, I wonder what Jack Cale's impression of that would have been. I guess that Hoffner may have come straight off the ground after that one if Jack Cale was there, but the picture tells the story. Hoffner gave the ball away. He shouldn't have. North Adelaide capitalised. 2 goals. Port yet to score.
Baker against Redden again. Shocking bounce. The umpire will recall that. Peter Mead, not really known for his ability to bounce the ball, having a wry smile. Embarrassing when you've got to recall it, Peter, isn't it? Try again. Nevertheless, a top umpire for many years. A bounce down. Redden still gets the benefit of this one to Tiller. Under pressure, Phillips. Half-back line. The umpire indicated the free kick must go back to Tiller for a push in the back. And from centre half-back, he gets a nice kick away. That covers about 60 metres. A big leap back there. Out of defence, Baker. Hoffner again. This time he doesn't waste the opportunity. Derry should get it at centre wing. Who's running? Dummies the handball, puts it out in front. A good pass, and he's found Darryl Cale. Cale too far out to score. He's got Dwayne Russell in the square. That's the way he's heading. The ball dropping short. Burst back. Malloy kicks back towards midfield. Baker can't. Quickly in Huffins. Derry. Poor control the first time. Recovered. Back to Hoffner. A high kick, making it difficult for Cale. Getting back there with him is Logan. He's pushed that player in the back. He'll take the free kick from half-back flank.
Umpire Hilton right on the spot. Logan takes off. He centres the ball. Looking for Redden on this occasion. The big fella took his eyes off the ball and dropped it. McAdam plays it beautifully to Tiller. Tiller will go short, looking for Alan Stringer. The ball went over his head, but he's got a chance to put it back towards Wayne Stringer. Another chance for North Adelaide. Stringer lines it up. I think he's got his second. A good start, North Adelaide. 3 goals without a miss. Port Adelaide yet to score.
Well done, Greg McAdam. He set it up, got the ball out well. The handball was spot on. The pass was out in front of Stringer where he wanted it. This was Alan Stringer, and he dummied nicely around his opposing player. The handball went out to Wayne Stringer, who settled, got his second goal. And North have kicked 3 in 6 minutes, and Port Adelaide has got a problem.
At the 9.5 minute mark. North Adelaide 3-1, Port Adelaide yet to score.
Baker going for it with him is Dietrich. The ball towards the line. Giving chase there is David Owens, but once more the ball out of play. About 30 metres around.
Port Adelaide just can't rev themselves up yet, Ian.
Finding it difficult, Peter. Martin Leslie kicks long towards centre wing, getting back Holman. Good mark. He's at centre wing at the moment. Makes the break midfield, but he doesn't want Loken. He's putting it towards that player now. He won't fly for the ball. A big leap over the top there by Nat. Forces the ball out. Robertson. Good handball. Poor Pleasure to the half-forward line. Huppert's trying to make position. Armfield over the top. Fists away. Airy through all, but he left the football behind. Malloy going to have a bounce. Rebounds off the half-back line. Goes long up towards Dietrich. Right there with him was James. Back of the pack. Flop into the open goal. That's home. It's first. And North Adelaide scored.
Well, North Adelaide are attacking from the back lines, and on that occasion, Huppert's was too short. Malloy ended up taking it off that player with kick number 5. He went way down the field. Dietrich got high, went over the pack, and Kim Klopp read it better than anybody, and he scored North Adelaide's 4th goal. 4-1 the Roosters. Port Adelaide yet to score, but there's a very strong win going North Adelaide's end at this stage.
Redden and Baker. Redden gets the tap away again over towards Owens. Coming through for Port Adelaide back there was Russell Boyd. Couldn't get it away. Leslie out wide. Here's a chance for Port Adelaide now. Kinnear on the half-forward line. Puts it out now in front of Cale. Back there with him is Holman. Cale around the corner. Trying to pick it up with Williams. Couldn't do it. Out goes Dwayne Russell. Handball back in towards Hupperts. I think the umpire has ruled the ball was out of play. The boundary umpire caught well behind on that occasion, and he'll take it back and put it back into play about 30 metres around. Harris, 30, will go for the ball. The tap back comes towards Tiller. Always where the action is. Coming away, Stanbridge. That's Craig Stanbridge, who kicks towards the half-forward line. Good mark taken there. Well done, Stringer. Throws it over quickly now. Phillips over the half-forward line with a long one. Too far for Dietrich. Getting back Max James, and he takes the steadying mark about 5 metres from his goal.
Well, very well judged, Max James. He knew he had to mark it. Short to Paul Pleasure. Port Adelaide trying to set it up. Kick number 6, Paul Pleasure. It looks like Kinnear is playing centre today for Port Adelaide. Kinnear goes short as well. That's Baker running into trouble. Gets it back to Paul Pleasure. Under notice already. He searches wide for Anthony Williams. Out in front of him was Michael Armfield. Couldn't take the mark. Didn't appear to want it on that occasion. Russell Boyd fighting for the ball. Anthony Williams again, but only as far as Stanbridge. Short to Tiller. North Adelaide are looking very confident. Tiller was lucky he got moved to that ball. That gives Phillips another chance. He's a very good player for North Adelaide. Shrugs the tackle. Now he'll go long. In fact, he'll go short. McAdam. Too much height, Robertson, but McAdam read the ball beautifully. Back to Loken. Loken wanted McAdam again. McAdam's going to run into trouble in a minute. Gets boot to ball. It doesn't come back enough. Only 1 point. 4-2 North Adelaide. Port Adelaide, Ian, still haven't scored.
Yes, Peter. The Roosters running the ball well at the moment. Port Adelaide down on their heels somewhat. Not moving the ball with any fluidity at all. James. Hupperts. Back pocket. Bit of experience in those two players. Short again. Set his team up somewhat, and Kinnear not happy with the attention he got from David Owens, but he's got the mark okay. Port Adelaide still in the back pocket. This time Kinnear furthers it up towards centre wing. Quickly in Boyd, close to the line. Can't keep it in play. A throw in half-forward left flank. Port Adelaide in attack. North Adelaide 4-2 in the first 13.5 minutes. The Maggies haven't scored. Baker and Redden, well hooked back by Redden, but it was to Paul Pleasure who read it well. Drives back towards centre wing now, getting under Anthony Williams, looking for a running player, he gets it. Down the outer side, Stephen Williams in towards the forward pocket, getting up high, Russell. Arnold back in defence. Well clear, sorts out Tiller. Does this fella know how to pick up kicks? Phillips, centre wing, North Adelaide have got a paddock. Loose checking by Port Adelaide, off goes Phillips. He wants to draw the player. Clisby won't let him, or at least Clisby didn't make the break for him. Up towards Dietrich. Good mark. Out position James, a very strong player. Is the North Adelaide
Adelaide fullback, Grenville, or full forward, Grenville Dietrich, former Richmond and Mildura player, 2 metres out, couldn't possibly miss, and he goes for the goal course. Almost put it on the roof. His first goal. North Adelaide 5-2 lead Port Adelaide, who haven't scored.
Well, the ball came forward again through Tiller to Phillips. Phillips went long, as he should have. Dietrich is a big player. But I don't know what Port Adelaide are going to do, because Tiller's getting kicks at will, but then again so is Portfleischer. And Ian, I'm just wondering whether when you're going with the breeze like North Adelaide are, it's probably more important that, say, Portfleischer covers Tiller.
Bucky Cunningham taking a message from the coach upstairs. I don't know who the runner is. It's probably Ashley Mackay away with the stateside, I suppose, Peter. But Port Adelaide not happy. You would have thought they'd think about Darryl Cale as a loose man in defence. He's a past master at it. Here's a chance now. Huffers to Russell Boyd on the outer side. Had to wait his chance like a rugby full back. Making the break is Harris. That's the way the ball goes. Thought about the handball. He's under pressure now. Couldn't get away a kick. Good tackle. Stanbridge. But I think a free kick is going against Harris for holding the ball and taken on the half-back line there by Lee Stanbridge.
He kicks long. Frisbee. David Owens. Free kick has been given away, and that will go to David Baker. Port Adelaide. He plays it on. Portfleischer again. Getting plenty of kicks, but so is Tiller, and Tiller is probably more effective with the breeze. Ben Harris, or North Adelaide player, dropped the ball. No free kick. Williams, finally the ball comes out, and Port Adelaide go forward again. Wayne Russell, he's swamped. Came off hands to Gills. He had to handball it clear. In there for North Adelaide was Armfield, but he couldn't get hands on the ball. Neither could Russell, and it'll be a ball.
I would think it's about time they thought of David Granger, Peter. A little bit of strength in the forward line.
Wouldn't do any harm, Ian. Although it's not getting up there that often. North Adelaide coming out again. This time Craig Stanbridge. Short to Bill Loken. What run North Adelaide have got. They've got loose players up forward too. There's one of them. And he's taken a good strong mark, Alan Stringer. A ton of opposition. And he held his ground.
Gee, that was a fine mark. Chris Nat had the run at him. Had the drop. He stood his ground wonderfully well. He's taken a bit of a thumping for it. He looks very proppy, but he's got the ball 35 metres out.
17 minutes into the first quarter. And North Adelaide are doing it very, very well here at Football Park. Alan Stringer has got his first goal. North Adelaide 6-2, Port Adelaide 0.
North Adelaide continued to do it well in the first quarter. They led 7-4 to a point at quarter time. At half-time, they led 14-5 to 5-7. That was an excellent quarter into the breeze. They kicked 7-1 to 5-6. And we recommenced play at the 9-minute mark of the third quarter. North Adelaide 9 goals in front, 14-8 to Port Adelaide 5 goals 8.
Redden and Nat. Redden's tap away. Kick further forward, however, by Williams. Michael Airy into the open goal, and it ought to be a goal. It isn't a goal. Michael Airy can't believe it. Such is Port Adelaide this afternoon. 5-9 to North's 14-8.
No goals this quarter yet, Ian, and North Adelaide are going with the breeze, but it's not that strong this quarter. Arnold finds Craig Stanbridge. Goes long. Oh, Lee Stanbridge has got the ball on a string at the moment. Tears off with kick number 15. Running right through the centre half forward area. Stringer. Ball to boot, that's Wayne Stringer, way offline though, 1 point. That went from one end of the ground to the other without Port Adelaide touching it. North Adelaide are now 14-9, Port Adelaide 5-9. The difference is 9 goals as Max James gets ready to boot off for the Magpies.
Stanbridge, that's Lee Stanbridge, has had 14 kicks, and that's a fine effort against Kinnear on the outer side. Redden, Kinnear in the action now. Stanbridge tries to get it out. He's still in there pitching for it. That was Leslie that came through. Clonk, good football. Tiller, Stringer, should be another goal. Pushed offline just at the last moment. Dietrich! Oh, what a mark! Well, James was there in front of him. Dietrich stood his ground well and took a very strong mark. He's a one-grab player, but he missed from... No, possibly the angle was better last time. Only in the last 5 minutes. There it is now. And he just shaved the right-hand side of the goalpost. What's he going to do this time? That one looks a better effort. And goal number 4 to Grenville Dietrich. 15-9 North Adelaide, 5-9 Port Adelaide.
The ball came in there to Dietrich, and he outpositioned James. It went over the top of James' outstretched fingers, and Dietrich took a good mark. And I've got a big opinion of Dietrich out at prospect, and I would agree with them. He's a very strong, big player. You've only got to look at him to know that. But he's got the ability, I think, Ian, to kick a lot of goals for North Adelaide.
Peter, in the past he's been somewhat of a rebel in the other teams that he's played for, Richmond and Mildura, and liked the brighter side of life, but obviously Mike Noonan's got him buckled down now, and he's turned into a very talented player for them. I don't think I've seen anyone who grabs the ball, one grab as well, maybe Tim Evans. The ball from Phillips, Loken, McAdam fumbles, he's got the pace to get around. This should be goal number 16, Dummies, gets a handball across, Stringer again, open goal, North Adelaide can do no wrong. Brilliant constructive football away from the centre bounce, and Alan Stringer boots his second goal.
Tremendous movement away from the middle. Super football. Phillips dummied beautifully, and the string of handballs down the field, and what play that man McAdam. He bounced it. He cajoled the Port Adelaide defenders to come at him. He bounced it again. He handballed it over to Alan Stringer, and through it went. Beautiful football. North Adelaide 16-9. Port Adelaide are gone. They're only 5-9, and for them to get up, it would need a miracle.
David Baker back on the turf, but it's Redden who gets the tap away towards Paul Fleischer. He's under pressure, dispossessed. Tiller plays on. Not allowed to. It's got to come back to Phillips, and he'll take it from centre field. Long kick by Phillips, looking for Dietrich again. This time James in front towards Owens. Darryl Cale, who seems to have lost a bit of his pace, can't get clear, and the umpire will come in and bounce. Bounce at centre half forward. North by plenty, and doing it well. Port Adelaide looking at shambles at the moment. Stringer, Loken, runs it wide to Stambridge. Casually has a long pop at the big white ones, but on this occasion he's casually offline. 1 point, 16-10, Port Adelaide 5-9.
11 goals, 1 is the deficit. Max James would be wondering what to do with the ball. Dig a hole and bury it. That might be the answer. He's gone wide looking for Baker. Darryl Cale. Not a good kick away. There are North Adelaide players everywhere, and Stephen Malloy's been paid. Port Adelaide supporters here not too happy, but gee, their team is being swamped. They're a better team than this Port Adelaide. Forget about the 9 players out. They've got some good players there. Dietrich is up high, behind James as well, and he took it off the top of Dietrich's hands for a brilliant mark. He's going to swing it wide. Hoffner. Hoffner's still got plenty of run, although he had the wind taken out of his sails in the first quarter. Holman, a good mark. He's a powerful player, Holman. Harry tries to get rid of Phillips. Holman goes short. Plonk. Loose players everywhere. Loken's loose. Geographically, that is. Plonk. Into the front of the goals. Redden is there, can't mark. Clisby tackled high. That's an unlucky one, actually. Huppert's certainly grabbed him. I think he must have grabbed him. Probably, I think he might have grabbed him by the mouth, Ian.
Whatever it is, Clisby didn't like it. I thought Hupperts was going to get the free kick, Peter, because he was most certainly grabbed when he didn't have it. But Clisby was the lucky one, and he came up for air, looking a little bit worse for wear. Hupperts not happy with the situation as Clisby boots North Adelaide 17 goals. Second, and North Adelaide doing it oh so easily. 17 goals 10 to Port Adelaide's 5-9.
I think looking at the replay, you can see that most unusual tackle, probably unintentional. I think Hupperts grabbed Clisby, or got his fingers caught in his mouth, actually. It could be dangerous if Clisby wasn't happy about it. He dropped the teeth on him.
At the centre bounce, Baker against Redden. Redden thumps it. Paul Fleischer couldn't pick it up. Clock can McAdam. Dummies beautifully. Phillips will get it next. Half forward line, thought about the handball, got the pace to break clear, puts in a long one, going high, going long and going through. An unbelievable onslaught by North Adelaide. Phillips first first goal. He's chipped him with the rest of his teammates. And North Adelaide lead 18-10 to 5-9.
Magnificent football, but gee, I don't know about the fight in Port Adelaide or the lack of fight. McAdam broke the pack easily, drew the player and gave it to Phillips. Phillips has got the hallmarks of a champion. When he took off then, he had a goal written all over the ball, and through it went. North Adelaide 18-10, Port Adelaide 5-9.
And Port Adelaide had their best term in the final quarter, but it was too late. North Adelaide a splendid victory, 25-14, 164. Port 12-13, 85. Dietrich got 6 goals, Wayne Stringer 5, Clisby 3, Alan Stringer 3 and Tiller 3, and for Port Gill 4, Harris, Russell both 2 and Stephen Williams also 2.
Bill Larkin, a magnificent performance. I don't think you had one passenger today.
No, we all played particularly well today, Pete. Yeah, it was a Butte confidence builder today.
Bill, right from that first quarter, you attacked right from defence, and the 3 players across half-back, Armfield, Holman and Craig Stanbridge, they really ran that ball down beautifully.
That was superb today. They did everything right. They backed each other up, ran all the way down the ground.
On top across centre too with yourself, I thought your game was magnificent, but you were well supported by Phillips and Lee Stanbridge.
Oh, yeah, tremendous, those two.
Up forward, Dietrich, when he gets his hands on the ball, he's pretty hard to shift, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a big competitor up there, Grenville, and we're starting to look for him a bit more now.
The big chap, Redden, did it well again?
Yeah, all by himself again.
Mick Noonan pretty happy after this one, was he?
Oh, I haven't seen Mick yet, but I imagine he would be. Yeah.
Well, look, you've won 7. I guess after winning 3 in a row at the start of the year, you might have hoped for better things, but I guess today is a bit of a highlight.
Yeah, it certainly is. It's the best game that I've ever played in. It's almost like winning a grand final, I think, winning Port any time.
Lee Stanbridge, life would be pretty good football-wise if every Saturday was like that, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it certainly would. Yeah, that's for sure.
Lee, your players today, I can remember when I last saw you against Glenelg. Today you just kept running and moving and backing up all day. You never stopped.
Yeah, well, we had a good start, which helps always. The second quarter was really good, I thought, with 7 goals into the win.
Magnificent against the Breeze, wasn't it?
Yeah, certainly, yeah. And we, kicked on in the third and ran it right out in the last, I thought.
Some stats on the game from Ern Collishay. That score of 25-14 by North Adelaide is its biggest score in winning against Port Adelaide. Previously, it was 21-19 in 1972, so it smashed that record. It's also the first time that North Adelaide has beaten Port Adelaide at Football Park, so a great day for the Roosters. Looking at the scores in the other 2 games, firstly, Norwood defeated West Torrens 18-10 to 15-13. Torrens having a good final term. The goal scorers for Norwood, G. Thomas with 4, Roberts 4, Michael Laney 3, Hine 2, Noble 2 and Greg Turnbull 2. For West Torrens, Johnston in his first game back after a couple of weeks out through injury 4, Robson 3, Hill 2 and Hank 2. And in the other game today, Glenelg defeated Woodville. It was pretty tight until half-time. They won 16-13 to 9 goals 12, 109 to 66. Young Simons got 5, Lunnis 3, Herco 2, Marshall 2. For Woodville, Pearson continuing to get goals with 4 and John Parker 2. And so we look at the premiership table. The 2 top sides were beaten, Sturt and Port Adelaide. And it means that if West Adelaide can win by a very big margin tomorrow, they could go to the top of the ladder, but it would have to be a very big margin. But they could at least be level with Sturt. Glenelg and Norwood have closed the gap a bit, and then that's still that gap to Central and North, but they've kept their faint hopes alive with a win. South, of course, with that game against West Adelaide, can keep their faint hopes alive. West Torrens and Woodville. Looking at the leading goal kickers, Tim Evans in Perth today. Rick Davies with 8. He looked like getting 10 at one stage. He had 8 until half-time. He's got 67, so it's Evans 82, Davies 67, Pearson doing very well with 66, Edwards 60, getting an important goal late, Reynolds 56 with a chance to improve tomorrow, and Michael Wright with 52. Over the border today in the VFL, a great result for the Sydney Swans, 17-13 against Essendon 12-10. That's 115 to 82, and that was at Windy Hill. Fitzroy didn't kick straight, but they beat Collingwood 10-24-84 to 9-10-64. Richmond kicked straight. They kicked 23-9, 147 to Melbourne 9-18-72. And as we look at the ladder, Richmond back on top, Carlton second, Hawthorn third. Essendon had a setback to their top 3 chances with that loss today. North Melbourne can feel the pressure now from the Swans. They're only 1 game away, not much in it percentage-wise. Then Fitzroy virtually out of it, despite the fact they won today. Then Geelong, Melbourne, and Collingwood, Footscray and St Kilda all level with 3 wins each. A pretty poor performance by Collingwood, considering the fact that they had such a great year last year when they played off in the grand final. So the things coming up. Tomorrow, VFL replay at 12:30, followed by the live game in Adelaide at 2:10 between West Adelaide and South Adelaide, an important game from Football Park. Tuesday night at 9:30, the grand final of the Escort Championship between the Sydney Swans and North Melbourne. And next Saturday, of course, reserves at 11:30 and the big replay at 6:30. So I hope you can join me tomorrow at 12:30 for the big replay from Melbourne, and then the live game from Football Park, West Adelaide against South Adelaide.
Is proudly brought to you by Kenmax Electrical Discounts, 3 big stores. British Paints, Mitsubishi Motors, manufacturers of the new Dimension Sigma, and Hallett Brick, living in the 80s.